What's up, guys? This is D again, and I want to kind of go over my trade for today. If you're reading the title, you know it was a losing trade, but it was a trade that taught me something, that put some things into perspective, right? So on the screen, I have me, because I record every session just so I can look back and see how price action moves and stuff like that, and also keep a journal as well. Now, prior to this, I've never done this before. And I will tell you this has been helping me out so much in my journey to really become a better trader, right? All right, so first let's jump in. I want to jump into the notes that I wrote earlier today, right? First, loss because it was too close to major support levels. Now I'm going to go over this and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, right? Lost because it was too close to major support levels. Major support levels that actually held. It was a hopeful trade, but we can't be hopeful. We need certainty. Pulled out early because I didn't like the price action and we started making higher highs before the trade. So basically what I'm saying there is even before I put the trade in, we started making higher highs. If you look on the screen right now, we're making higher highs here, here, and here, right? So the trade is going to come up here. I'm going to show you guys. Now, I should have seen that, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't, because I even put in a trend line, but I guess I was looking for a break of the trend line, and I'm gonna go into more because I think my bias got kind of skewed. Overall, if I had more contracts, this trade could have worked out way better. I would have been up like 200, 300 bucks if I would have taken at least 10 contracts, and it happened super fast. Like everything worked out. It was just not the level in terms of where I expected to go, and the profit wasn't enough. And I'm gonna go over that and break some of that down. So let's get into that now. All right. So this is July 11th. 2022 buy trade, right? And I want to go over what went wrong. Basically, what went wrong was distance. That's all it was. It was pure distance. It was distance and uncertainty. Like, not uncertainty for me, but just market, the overall market sentiment. It was just uncertainty in the market because everything that I looked at was actually working out for me, right? And I think I started gathering my bias with the first 5 minutes of trading, that major push down, because typically this strong of a push, we would come back up to retesting and just continue to push. And then I honestly thought that was what we were doing. Here's my pre-trade thought. Price is below the 250, as you can see. So for me, I'm thinking puts, right? I'm thinking puts off the gate. And I'm thinking this around here, right? Now we're not looking at this over here. I'm thinking this around here, around this area here. I'm thinking puts already. I'm thinking, let me get a retest to pull back and then continuation to go down, right? It's very possible that my bias got skewed because of this price action. Because honestly, I'll play SPY whatever way it wants to go, as long as I'm getting price action. As long as I see price action moving towards where it needs to be moved towards, or retesting or hitting support areas, stuff of that nature, right? Here's another thing. Here's another part of my pre-trade thought. We had the 200 SMA overhead, which indicates strong resistance, right? We have the 50 EMA overhead as well. The distance between the 50 and the 200 seems safe enough to take a trade to the downside. Now, I don't like taking a trade when they're so close. I don't like taking a trade when this is curling really hard, because I know all it's doing is the 50 is trying to push back to the 200. I don't like taking those trades, but we had distance here, and what we didn't have is distance to the downside. I didn't know that this 383.67 area was going to play such a strong area of support. I didn't know that. And it could be because over the weekend, I removed all my plotted lines and stuff like that to start a fresh chart. And I just wanted to plot what pre-market had set up. Now above price here, there's another line to the top where that's pre-market high, and then below here there's pre-market low. My green lines are intraday. My white lines are typically off the 4 hour or the daily chart. So it to me it's a stronger indication of how strong the support is going to be. But we had already surpassed this area. We had already passed this area in pre-market, so I didn't think this was going to be an issue. All right, so let me go ahead and start the video real quick. And you guys, let me turn the sound down on the video because I had CNBC playing in the background. Okay, so here we go. So we push over to 50. We push over, but it was very weak. It was very weak. So what I did, I came in. You'll see, I plotted a trend line here, a small trend line, just something. If we broke, I knew that it would further give me, you know, an idea of where price was going, right? So I plotted this trend line here, and I know it's not perfect, but I just wanted to line up these two sections here to see why was this fail in this area and stuff like that. I wasn't too much concerned here because all this is just a double bottom right here, so I wasn't concerned with this area here. So now I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna break trend, so I wanna go ahead and get into this trade. I'm not in yet. I'll let you guys know exactly when I get into the trade. So we're pushing out hard. Boom, we break. Now this is not a confirmation break though. This is still a part of the trend. Like, as you can see how these bars touch trend. Like I don't, my confirmation has to drop below. You see how this bar popped over trend? Like I needed a solid bar away from the trend to tell me that's breaking trend. So like something like this. All right, so we're breaking trend. I'm checking levels now. You see the pen moving. I'm checking levels now. Okay, we're pushing back up. And then I'm just like, all right, it's time to get into this trade. So I'm setting up my contracts on Robinhood right now. While I'm doing this, I'm coming back and checking everything. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys when I get in the trade. I get in the trade after this pullback. Like after it pushes down and it's gonna pull back. Not a lot, but it does pull back. Okay, I'm in a trade now. Then the next thing you're going to see is I'm going to set my stops. Right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm writing in my journal the trade that I just took. Once I'm done writing in my journal, I'm going to come back and I'm going to set my stops. But by the time I set my stops, we had already got the move to the downside, I think. Or am I setting my stops now? I'm not sure. No, we're not. I'm not setting the stops yet. I think right now I just I knew my stop was going to be there, so I just let my pen stay there while I'm writing in the journal. I'm in the journal now. Yeah, I'm in the journal now. I'm literally in the journal right now, writing in the journal. And then it just pushed down. It pushed down so fast to this area. Now, typically that's how I trade, but it would have been from here to here, right? But since it was like a trend break, I honestly anticipated a break below this area here. And I even plotted another area on the chart to show where I thought we could go. So the trade worked out. It worked out perfect. If I would have had more contracts, again, this trade would have turned into $300. This little trade here would have turned into $300. I mean, it's not a little trade. It's like a point and a half, but you know, 10 contracts would have been, you know, like 270, between 270 and 300. Then we make a new low. I didn't think we would actually reverse here. Like I was in the trade. I'm on my other monitor. I'm already writing in my journal. I'm setting up everything. Then you're gonna see me come back and put the trade. Like I was not nervous at all. I wasn't concerned. I didn't have a bother. Nothing was bothering me about this trade. I thought this was going to be the perfect trade. And we start pushing up. I just got out the journal now. And I'm checking this. This is where I plot the new line. The another level to see, okay, well, what? Okay, well, you know, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, this pre-market, there was, you know, a bottom here, so let me plot that and maybe we can take it back down to there, because everything here was like, you know, like, and this is what I've said, like I removed all my lines and stuff like that, so I didn't have this already set up. And this candle, this last candle right here, I really thought this was gonna break. Like I thought this was gonna break hard, and I thought it was just gonna drop and I was gonna get out. The level is just, I mean, it's literally right here. Like I'm thinking, boom, here's the level right here. 382.09. So I'm thinking that's a significant level, and then this starts to reject the 383.67 area. At this point, I'm looking, and I'm just like, I don't like how this is playing out. So now I'm gonna set my stop. I tried to set the stop there, but I had the wrong drawings on. So I set the stop. I changed this to the to that line. Change the color. I always change the color to red to let me know where my stop is going to be at. So originally that was my stop, but I'm going to show you what made me get out. All right, so let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. Playback speed. Can we go faster? I don't know if we can go faster. Is that move? Yeah, I think that's faster. All right, so I bring up the time and sales now. I want to see what time and sales is going on, and I'm only checking out 500 lots. I just want to see the big lots and see what's going on. All right, now this is where I'm just like, okay, it's possible for me to get out sooner than waiting to get back to my stops, because I don't like this curl. It's curling too hard and too strong. And then we got the 50 right here. We came back up and tested the 50 a couple times and failed, but I just didn't think this was like, it was too soon to push up again and fail again. So I felt like it was just gonna push through. Kind of got happy on that candle there, but then I was just like, yeah, this is going against me. Like I literally knew it was going against me with this candle right here. I should have got out here, because a few times it put me back in profit again. You know, you gotta understand, I'm in the trade up here. I'm in the trade up here. Like, I got a good entry, the whole 9 yards. I'm in the trade up here. So I'm still in profit here. Not a lot, not what it was down here, but I think like 15 bucks or something like that. And then as soon as we break this, I come out of profit and I'm down like $2-3 bucks. Boom. And then that right there, and I was just like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. That powerful push right there, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna break the 50. Like, we're gonna crack through the 50. I knew that was gonna be the case. I just knew it was gonna be the case. Now, I'm not saying anything was wrong with this trade. I actually ended up only taking like a $29 loss. That was one thing that was good with the trade, because I actually was able to keep my loss a lot smaller than what it would be up here. So I was happy about that, and it actually worked to my favor. Now, once I saw this, I was getting hopeful. I didn't get out the trade yet. I was getting really, really hopeful. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is going to work. I'm like, we just came back to retest. So I started thinking, okay, we're not cracking the 50 now. Yeah, we definitely coming back down to retest. Once we retest, like, we rejected that retest area, I'm like, yeah, we're going to come back and retest here, and we're going to crack through here now. I still didn't like this. But I'm looking at SPX, I'm looking at the ES, and I'm just like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're looking good so far. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful at this point. I'm like, yeah, this is going to turn into a winner, and we're going to get that downward push. We're going to get the downward push that we needed. Then once this candle started forming, and it started forming so strong, I was just like, damn. And you got to look here, like, volume from these 4 sessions compared to these 2, volume picked up majorly here. So we push up, we push hard, and I think this is where we break. I'm not out the trade yet. I'm still in the trade. I'm thinking, okay, if this was extended, this trend line was extended to the right, maybe it was just us coming back to retest the trend line and then fail. But no, the 50 was really bothering me being this close to price action. Yeah, and this is where I'm about to get out, because I know we're about to crack. That push up was showing me that there was some powerful bulls pushing for this crack. And it was just inevitable that we was going to break. I just saw it. I've seen this pattern before. It was just inevitable that we was going to break. As soon as we broke like this, I think I waited on one more candle over the 50 and I got out. Now, mind you, I'm in the trade here, like right here. That's this second candle. I'm already down like 20 bucks. You'll see. Now, since I'm trading with Robinhood from my phone, like I don't have the actual trade up here, but trust me, I'm trading. I'll show you guys once I get everything switched over to TD Ameritrade. This candle right here, and I'm out the trade. Now, I know a lot of people would say, well, why didn't you just wait till it hit your stop? Because honestly, if I'm not mistaken, it took a while to hit my stop, but I just felt like if you're gonna push up that hard, you're gonna go ahead and like I'm not gonna waste my time with it. Like, you see, it took at least a good 5 minutes to hit my stop, and it hits my stop, and it just keeps running. So now you see me, I'm checking the news, like what's going on? Like, why was that the issue? And this was my only trade for the day because I didn't want to use up any more day trades. We cracked my stop. We hit 200. We hit the 200, and we rejected the 200. But at this point in time, I'm already out of the trade. I'm already putting everything in perspective, and I start looking at some other plays and stuff like that, and everything. So, but yeah, and that's it, you guys. $27 loss on the day. I'm happy because I was able to mitigate my risk management. Like I was literally able to keep a strong hold on that. And that's what I'm happy about today. I stuck with my plan. My plan was to trade the way I usually trade based on price action. The only thing I'm upset about is my levels, like just plotting my levels and stuff like that. That's really, really key, you guys. You guys have to plot your levels. If you're not plotting your levels, you don't know where your distance is. You don't know where you can run into areas of concern. So make sure you plot your levels. The first thing that I start with is I start with the highs, start with the lows. Pre-market highs and pre-market lows, right? Those get intraday. Those are intraday levels because I'm doing that on a 1 minute chart. All right, I'm doing pre-market highs and pre-market lows. Those are the first level that I want to look for. Then while we're trading, I'm also marking up lines where we ran into problems at as well. Those are also intraday levels as well. This line here was not an intraday line. This came from something previous that I saw. I think I could be wrong. I could have just not turned it green because I was trading at the same time. I'm not sure. But I'll check later on and I'm gonna delete all my plotted lines and then go back and redo them. But I didn't anticipate this to be such strong support, and it was just a failed trade. Everything else was in line except for just one thing, me plotting my lines and stuff like that, and maybe possibly getting a strong bias to the downside. I don't know. Maybe that was one of the things too, but it is what it is, you guys. All right. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch my video, man. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I just want you guys to see my journey. I'm also gonna try to provide you guys with content on how I trade and other things that I do as well. And this is my journey, and I just, I would love the support of accountability and just, keeping things on up and up with my trading, because I'm really, really, really pushing to get this done. I want the proper risk management and the proper mindset, because 95% of this game is mindset. And with this whole journey right now, it's really showing me how much things can affect your trading when your mind is not right. So make sure you guys, focus on that. Keep a trading journal. If you can, download OBS and record your trades so you can go back and look at them. Even if you're not trading, record the market for the day. I love doing that. I have a whole hard drive that's dedicated to my trading videos, or just market movement videos in general. I mean, it's so much information, there's so much data in how these candlesticks move, how your indicators move, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of data in there that could get you closer to becoming a consistent, profitable trader. The system that I'm working on right now, so far, today makes 5 losses. I was at 8 wins, 4 losses. So 50%. Yeah, about 50%. So that's the system that I'm working on now. And it's working out as long as I have space. So I just need to make sure my runners have space, or I grab more contracts. If I could do that, I mean, the risk management to me is like, that's golden to me. And this is where I like to be at. And there were I had some trades where I was a little bit further away and I didn't like it, but this is the kind of risk management I like to have. All right. But I'm not going to, hold you guys. And again, I'm D-Man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys on the next video. Peace.